I feel like the person we should be canceling is OJ Simpson. OJ Simpson.
No.
Yes, OJ Simpson has crossed the line. Do we know about this show? It Is What It Is.
Love it.
This show, it's a fabulous show. This is Mase. This is Killer Cam. You might remember him from a pink fur coat with a pink Nextel. Do we remember Nextels?
Iconic.
Yes. The iconic pink Nextel. Killer. That's Killer Cam. Well, now he wears a suit. Mase, you might remember him from being a pastor. And then at some point, I think he's not a pastor anymore because I think he curses now. But they do a show together with a young lady, and it's called It Is What It Is. And it's like a sports focused kind of podcast. It's like one of those sports shows that veers off-road quite often. It's great.
Right.
Great. Entertaining show, humorous show. They just signed actually...
It's blown up.
Yeah, over the summer, they signed an 8-figure deal with a gambling sponsor. I guess Underdog Fantasy is the name of the sponsor. But, you know, they're making their money. It's a big deal. Everybody loves it. And what I didn't know is, because I've only been following them peripherally, is that, do you know who the It Is What It Is football analyst is? Do you know who that is?
I know now.
OJ Simpson. Orenthal James Simpson, the Juice, is the football analyst for It Is What It Is. They said, who can we get to really give us an expert opinion on football only, and definitely just football? And they decided OJ Simpson was the way to go, which is, to their credit, as hilarious a thing as anybody could do. It's awesome. Like, when you just go, what do you think of OJ Simpson being hired as the It Is What It Is football analyst? Incredible. It's the best.
And you know OJ was willing to jump on any opportunity that came his way.
He said, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Now,
We're not going to talk about the murders, are we?
well, he wouldn't say that. He'd go, just football, right? Yes, just football. Not the LA thing? No, not the LA thing, just football. Because you know, I'm not guilty. No, we know.
No, we know.
No legal stuff.
We're supporters.
Football? Yep, just football. Sounds great. I'll be there. That sounds like a plan. That sounds awesome. Well, even when he's talking about football, OJ takes it too far. You know, this guy was railroaded, people actually thought he was guilty. Did you know that, Hot Dog? It's crazy. When you go back, and you may not remember this because you're of a certain age. You're only 32. You're a young kid. But,
31.
Okay. Well, soon. Back in the 90s, when the trial was going on, a lot of people don't remember this. There were a lot of people that actually thought this guy was guilty. Can you imagine?
Boy,
yes. A miscarriage.
Did they have egg on their face, huh?
Wow. A miscarriage of justice almost happened. We were worried. Another innocent man is going to be found guilty? Not in America. Luckily, the jury came to their senses and dismissed all of this evidence that had been put in front of them and realized he was not guilty. Unfortunately for us, the killer remains on the loose. But that's a different story. He's here to talk about football, okay? Football. And even after that heroic tale, right? And that's what I say. OJ is Heisman Trophy winner. Incredible run with the Buffalo Bills.
He's qualified.
Great spokesperson for the Hertz organization. Fantastic actor in The Naked Gun. And somebody who went through the criminal justice system. And an innocent man was found to be innocent, you know? And that's just great, I think. But unfortunately, he's more toxic than I realized. I thought he was just a gem of a person, but he makes inappropriate jokes. And where I come from, that's a bridge too far. Listen, you know, I've been watching football this season a lot, and this is my new thing. I was watching Thursday Night Football last night, the Eagles.
A lot. It's been a week.
Well, I watched 3 games on Sunday, including Sunday Night Football. I watched Monday night's game while I was watching Raw. That was the Jets game. That was a big game. And then I watched Thursday Night Football last night. That's 5 games. This season, it's only in the second week. I'm a football guy now. Do you see my tweets?
All right. I did.
Scored-
Vikings and Eagles.
That's who played last night. The Vikings let them have it. Let me tell you about these Eagles, because they did the same thing. The Patriots, they were close on Sunday, but the Eagles just wouldn't let them have it. They were within yards. If they had less than a minute, if they'd had another 45 seconds, 30 seconds on the clock, the Patriots would have been able to get the lead back, but the Eagles wouldn't let them have it. They walk away with the victory on Sunday. Then they get to Thursday. They're playing the Vikings. They said, this is a good game. The Vikings are a good team. Guess what? The Vikings started to come back. The Eagles took the early lead. The Vikings start to come back. The Eagles don't quit. They keep pushing. They stop the Vikings and keep getting numbers on the scoreboard. And then the Vikings just kind of collapse by the end of the game.
I feel like at some point this season, you're going to hit up McAfee and be like, hey, I'm something of a football analyst myself.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to get OJ canceled and get on It Is What It Is. That's what I'm going to do.
Hell yeah.
But let's get OJ canceled so I can be the football analyst. I'm going to need about 2-3 more weeks before I can be a full-on analyst. But then once it happens, it's going to be glorious. And I'm going to be great at it too, by the way. These are going to be historic tapes. I'm going to be awesome.
I can't wait to hear them.
Did you hear my analysis of the Eagles and Vikings just now?
Yeah, I don't follow football, but
what did you think of the analysis?
It sounded like you know what you were talking about.
Thank you. I did. I did. Well, on Monday, which I believe was Monday. Monday was 9/11. It was on September 11th. Yeah, it was definitely 9/11.
Yes.
So, on a day that we all mourned, the loss of so many lives, first responders, people just going to work in the morning, just a terrible, terrible, terrible day in American history, terrible day for New Yorkers, terrible day for everybody. It became a current terrible day for New Yorkers when, after 3 minutes in his first game, Aaron Rodgers walks onto the field. He's waving the American flag. He looks like Hulk Hogan on a WrestleMania 7 poster. He's just red, white, and blue all the way. The Jets faithful are like, finally, we're going to have a year. Finally, we're going to have a season. We finally have a quarterback. We hate Zach Wilson so much. I'm so glad we have a real quarterback.
And
immediately, there goes the Achilles. Goodbye. Out for the season. Aaron Rodgers now saying, I could be back for the playoffs. Don't worry about it. The Jets won't make them. So he's out for the season. People are like in shock. I was taking screen grabs of the fans just watching the field going, this is hideous. I can't believe what we're seeing here. And Zach Wilson comes back in. Jets fans hate Zach Wilson. He runs the wrong way. He throws to the wrong people. He's awful. But they ended up winning that game, but it became clear that the Jets are going to have a real tough time this season, which they have a tough time every season. So they ask OJ on It Is What It Is what he thought about all that I just described. Again, giving you a little taste of my expertise.
And again, thank you to our football analyst, OJ Simpson, for joining us today.
I love that her job is just to be like the straight man. It's the best gig in entertainment. I love her because she's like our football analyst, OJ Simpson, as if it's not like the fucking craziest thing in the world. Like she's
the whole show is a parody.
It's ridiculous. Though it's just this wonderful, like, bizarro world.
Thank you to our football analyst, OJ Simpson, for joining us today. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers had his debut with the New York Jets for Monday Night Football, and nothing went as expected.
Were they the ones that were laughing at Scottie Pippen's? Scottie Pippen?
They were.
Oh, yep. God, that clip is so good. when Scottie Pippen, his son, Michael Jordan's son, started, boning Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
Right.
And so Scottie Pippen said that Michael Jordan is not the greatest basketball player of all time. He's not even that good. So then I think Mase was the one who said, I think LeBron's kid, Bronny's going to hit his wife next. And he's going to be saying LeBron's not that good.
This is why this is the best sports talk show that there is.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It is what it is. So here's back to OJ. Back to OJ. Let's give OJ his props. He's a football analyst. One of my role models in the football analysis game.
Nothing went as expected. After 4 plays, he was injured, and it was reported that he tore his Achilles and will be out the rest of the season. What are your thoughts?
Yeah,
What
well,
about
I gotta
OJ?
say, the Jets are still going to be good. They got that defense, and that kid learned a lot from Aaron. Unfortunately, 9/11 is just a bad date for New York. You know,
Like Mase and Cam.
That's exactly what they want out of an OJ appearance.
9/11. He's not even. He just thinks he's being charming.
Right.
OJ still thinks he's charming.
Like both are equal.
Yeah. Nah. Remember 9/11, guys? Bad day for New York. Am I right? I'm
bad
OJ.
day.
OJ, this is in very poor taste. It's only going to make people think about the other stuff that they don't like you for.
kid learned a lot from Aaron. Unfortunately, 9/11 is just a bad date for New York. You know.
So Mase and Cam are just openly guffawing, and look at OJ. OJ is so happy to get a laugh. Like, that's the face of a guy who's like, I knew I still had it. 9/11.
He's just happy to be accepted anywhere.
They like me. 9/11. Like, what? So yes, it's finally time, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like this is the worst thing OJ has ever done on the books. We can definitely say he did this. This is the worst thing he's ever done, and I think it's time to cancel OJ Simpson. Are you with me?
This cancel culture is out of control sometimes, but I think he did cross the line today.
Yes, I'm usually a little iffy on this cancel culture stuff, but sometimes they're right on the money. Time to cancel OJ Simpson once and for all.